Quick background, I live in the city so, no much to do out here in the woods really. However, a friend of mine moved a bit ago to his parents' ranch out some ways in the country. I like to visit him and stay out overnight exploring the woods nearby, and I encountered some freaky shit, that's for sure. Apologies for my slow posts, typing this out by hand. Be out at friend's place. Shooting the shit. Ask him if there's anything interesting in the woods. This is my first time visiting, so I asked him what's all around. Mentions some inane stuff. Old cabins, junked cars, man-made ditches, etc. Says half-jokingly I should go out and look for something interesting. Inform him that is exactly what I plan to do. He nervously laughs and gives me a compass. Anon, it's easy to get lost in the woods, if you do, just head west until you're out. Asks when I plan to go out looking. I look at my watch, 3 p.m., so decided right then and there. Brought pick related just for this occasion as I thought he'd want to go camping or something. Ask if he wants to come with. Says sure and suggested I do indeed bring my WASR. He brings his Glock. We then set out. We walked around for a few hours before it started to get dark and he wanted to head back. We did find some new things he hadn't seen before, such as a cabin that wasn't there when he was a kid, but looked to be in disrepair. I should also mention that his parents died about 5 years after he moved out at 20. And left everything to him in their will. Aside from that, we agreed to get back before it was too dark but we'd go visit the cabin early in the morning. Morning comes, about 5:30 a.m. and we ate breakfast, and set out once again at 6 a.m. sharp. Going the same way as before. Eventually reach said cabin no problem. We take a look around to make sure no one is inhabiting it. Clear. We attempt the front door but it won't budge. That's when we notice something. The doors and windows were all boarded up from inside. Friend gets kind of creeped out. Decide that the worst that can be living in there is a hobo. We try forcing the door. The door was rotted to the point that it kind of just fell apart. Break the flimsy boards covering the doorway. We finally have entry. We enter and immediately feel very dizzy/lightheaded. A vague odor is in the air. Smells like urine and feces, but not quite as intense. Look around and find a locked bedroom door. Friend says anon, I think someone is living here? Don't be silly. Kick at the door a few times. Hear rustling in the bedroom behind the door. Freak the fuck out and run outside. Hide behind some shrubbery and trees to see if someone comes out. Nothing for almost 10 minutes. We go around and look through the boarded up window of the bedroom. Room's empty. Slowly go back in and try the door again. It's unlocked. We carefully go through the room, weapons ready. Completely clear. There were some clothes laying around, used condoms, panties and piss/shit literally everywhere. My friend and I promptly fucked off when we opened the closet. Inside was some sort of shrine-like altar to some chick, didn't take the time to take a good look, so we just pretty much ran back to the ranch the whole way. About a month or so later I visited again and my friend and I went looking around for other interesting things. We'll post more if anyone wants. Be wandering, looking for a spot that would be good for future campsite. Find a small river with a log over it, making a little bridge of sorts. Cross it and look around. Friend was never this far out into the woods. Find a recently placed duffel bag behind a rock. Friend and I toss a coin to decide who opens it. Friend loses. He opens the bag and finds a fuck ton of knives, hammers, and some books. Friend rightly freaks out when he finds a bag of what looks awfully lot like human hair. Figure must be some kid's stash. Inner douchebag kicks it, drag the heavy as fuck bag into the river. Friend nervously laughs but wants to look around more. Proceed to find absolutely jack shit except trees, rocks and shrubbery. We go back the way we came and come to realize the bag is gone. We left it for what was about an hour. Nope, not going to be part of a shitty slasher film. I think to myself as I chamber a round into my rifle. We calmly go over the log and back home making as little noise as we can. Never hurts to take in the scenery. We went to sleep pretty late that night. We felt paranoid the whole time. We mostly took shots of cheap gin and vodka till it was about 11 p.m. This story doesn't end here, sadly. B1:30 a.m., awoken by text from GF. General niceties and other stuff she always sends. Snuggle back into my comfy spot when jet awake now, someone is tapping on my window. I look to my rifle, it's across from the window. Heart sinks but decide better to have it than not. Slither my way under the window like some sort of slug plus human masterpiece. Obtain rifle and make a quick check to see if it's chambered. Yes, Oh yes it is. The moonlight is coming through the window and that's when I see a head. It's got a hood, realize it's probably those kids we fucked with earlier. Stand up more pissed off than anything and look out the window, look through the window and see as expected a young kid. He has a look of dread and terror on his face from what I can make out. Turns around and runs off into the woods like an Olympic athlete. Heart slows down finally and then I get back to sleep. Morning comes and my friend asks me all the screaming was about. What? Apparently heard a scream around 1:45 a.m. Not exactly scary now but during I was shitting myself from every hole in my body. We'll post a few more less significant experiences along with another one regarding the hooded dudes, the last significant nope I had up there. Be visiting after a long while of not seeing or talking to my friend. Chat with friend and mention the night with the kid in the window. Oh hey, Anon, about that. Here we go. Tells me he's been hearing screams a lot lately coming from the woods. One of the families further down from his ranch had their oldest daughter go missing. Tells me he was out doing his exploring like he does every Saturday. Found more baggies of hair. I spend a good hour or so questioning him about various stuff. Tells me the screams always come from a similar section of the woods and at a similar time. We both decided to get to the bottom of what's been going on, only problem was, they didn't happen every night, just in the same direction and time. We went in the direction of the screams in the day a few times but never came across anything. The baggies of hair were gone that my friend had found. Then, friend and I decide to do some night recon in the same direction as before. We're skulking around quietly. We catch something though. Chanting. We're relatively deep into the woods at this point. We press on towards the vague chanting until we see fire. About 4 to 6 torches moving in a circle. Satanist, of course. Then a scream. We resist the urge to run in but get a little closer. Notice that some of them are cutting themselves and screaming as loud as they can. Some are sprinkling the baggies of hair, now what I assume to be their own, into a circle. Kids ranging from 15 to about 20. We were freaked the fuck out. But decided that since they're hurting just themselves to leave, but informed local authorities, who promptly did nothing about the activities. Friend had a problem with them on his property, but a shotgun went a long way into making them fuck off. I still visit my friend here and there. Next time I'll bring a camera now that I can afford one and make a thread if I find anything interesting.